Hi, I'm Alicia Doss. Today we're going to hear about the Archangel Zadkiel and then receive a message from him. Zadkiel is, or Zadkiel, closer in the angelic language, is the archangel of forgiveness and mercy. He's often associated with being the angel that stayed Abraham's hand when he was willing to sacrifice Isaac, because that was his spiritual directive, which of course reflects that we ultimately must be willing to sacrifice all for the love of God. When he was willing to do that, his hand was stayed, which to me connotes the grace that comes from loving God, which is a definition of grace given by my spiritual teacher, John Roger. And Zadkiel, or Zadkiel, is an angel we can call upon to help us forgive, to help us turn our negative thinking into positive. If you're like me, sometimes you might find yourself in this crazy negative spiral and you know better, but you're not thinking better, which often means that when we're doing that, then we don't express better and then we get ourselves in trouble, if you're like me. So we can call upon Zadkiel to take, and often that requires that divine pause, to ask Zadkiel to enter in to help us transform our negative thinking into that of compassion and forgiveness. Forgiveness usually starting with ourselves. I forgive myself for judging myself, for thinking negatively, for being in a negative space, for entertaining negativity and or indulging it. And then I forgive myself for judging the other person for X, Y, and Z. And let's hear from Zadkiel. Beloveds, forgiveness is not an act of martyrdom. It is an act of cleaning up your own consciousness so that you experience life clearly. It's rather clearing the windshield of your long view so you can see down the road and be safe and enjoy the beautiful scenery along the way, avoid obstacles, and be aware of the sunshine of God's grace streaming through the windows of the soul. Forgiveness, radical forgiveness, especially when you don't want to, liberates your consciousness to be one with God's grace. If you are having a challenging time forgiving, and who doesn't, call upon me, Zadkiel, or upon other angels, upon Christ, upon Buddha, Zoroaster, whatever name comes to you. We are all playing for the same team, which is the team of love, of grace, of transcendence, of transmuting our baser nature into a higher, clearer substance of mystical, esoteric, shining examples of God choosing back into itself, of the universe transmuting the dross into shimmering, burnished gold. This is what we do when we forgive. We angels have a bit of an advantage. You humans do as well. Our advantage is we don't have physical bodies. Our advantage is we may be more ancient. Our advantage is that we are one with the will of God. Once we reach a certain state of evolution, we then are sovereign in choosing back into that will. So if you would experience those advantages while in a human body, call upon myself, call upon us. We complement your spiritual path. We complement your daily life. And it is our honor. Amen.